The Merseyside derby between Liverpool and Everton is always a match full of emotion, rivalry and high stakes. The intensity of this fixture makes it one of the most anticipated matches in the Premier League, and the 2025 version of the derby seemed poised to be one for the ages. Liverpool, on top of the Premier League and in excellent form, were looking to extend their lead at the top of the table with a crucial win against their bitter rivals. Mohamed Salah, who had been in phenomenal form, had already put in an impressive performance with a goal and an assist, and it seemed as if everything was aligned for Liverpool to secure another victory. But as football so often does, it threw a curveball, one that no one could have predicted. In the dying moments of the match, James Tarkowski scored a stunning goal that not only levelled the score for Everton, but also, in the eyes of many Liverpool fans, cost them 3 vital points. But it wasn't just Tarkowski's goal that ignited the firestorm of controversy. It was the manner in which the goal came about, and more specifically the officiating decisions, or lack thereof, that preceded it. The lead-up to the controversy, referee mishaps, and subjective rules. The first thing that angered many Liverpool fans was the series of decisions that led to Everton's equaliser. It's not uncommon for contentious moments to arise in the heat of a football match, but what set this situation apart was the seemingly inconsistent application of the rules, specifically in the lead-up to Tarkowski's goal. The first questionable moment came when Mohamed Salah appeared to be fouled as Liverpool surged forward on the attack. Salah, who had been a constant thorn in Everton's side, was brought down just before the counter-attack gained momentum. Many onlookers felt this was a clear foul, but referee Michael Oliver waved play on, much to the frustration of the Liverpool players and fans. Given how crucial this moment was, with the game delicately balanced, the failure to penalise Everton for what seemed to be a clear infringement only heightened Liverpool's sense of injustice. As if that wasn't enough, the second moment of controversy came when Ibrahima Konate, Liverpool's central defender, went up to head the ball in what seemed to be a straightforward defensive action. However, he was clearly pushed off balance by an Everton player, preventing him from making a solid connection with the ball and clearing it. This infringement was blatant to those watching, and yet neither Michael Oliver nor the VAR team deemed it significant enough to warrant any intervention. For many fans, these two decisions alone, Salah's unpunished foul and Konate's disrupted header, would have been enough to spark frustration. But the most contentious issue came in the form of the offside decision in the build-up to Tarkowski's goal, a decision that would once again bring the PGMOL's Professional Game Match Officials Limited subjective rules to the forefront. THQ. PGMOL's controversial offside tolerance rule. At the heart of this controversy lies a rule change that was implemented by the PGMOL in 2021, the introduction of a tolerance level for offside decisions. This new system, which makes the offside lines thicker in order to give the benefit of the doubt to the attacking player, has been highly criticized, especially in cases like this where the offside call could have been a game changer. In the lead-up to Tarkowski's equaliser, the VAR officials were tasked with reviewing whether Abdoulaye Doucouré was offside when he was involved in the attack. As new images emerged, it became evident that Doucouré was in fact offside by the letter of the law, with his body position clearly ahead of Virgil van Dijk at the moment the ball was played. However, under the PGMOL's rule change, the lines were drawn thicker, and the benefit of the doubt was given to Doucouré. This effectively meant that even though he was technically offside, the subjective nature of the rule allowed the goal to stand. By the PGMOL's own criteria, Doucouré was not offside. But for many Liverpool fans, this rule felt like an unnecessary and unfair compromise that undermined the objective nature of offside decisions. What should have been a straightforward decision, based on a clear interpretation of the offside rule, had instead been clouded by subjectivity, and this left many wondering whether this was the reason behind the controversial call. The bigger picture, the impact of the decision on Liverpool's title. Hopes at first glance the 1-1 draw between Liverpool and Everton might not seem like a game-changing result. However, given the context of Liverpool's season, this draw was hugely significant. Liverpool were leading the Premier League and had the chance to extend their lead at the top, but the failure to secure 3 points against their Merseyside rivals could prove costly in the long run. The economic ramifications of such a decision are huge. In the Premier League, prize money is distributed based on final league positions, with the winner receiving millions of pounds. For a club like Liverpool, who are firmly in the title race, every point counts toward their ability to finish first and secure the top prize. The $62 million that last season's champions earned is the kind of money that can make a massive difference in terms of player recruitment, infrastructure, and long-term club growth. A loss of those points, especially in such a controversial and subjective manner, could seriously derail Liverpool's title hopes, ultimately affecting their financial future. Beyond the immediate financial impact, a draw against Everton could also have long-term implications on Liverpool's future. If Liverpool fails to win the league or secure a Champions League spot, the club will miss out on additional revenues, which could have a significant impact on their ability to compete at the highest level in Europe. A conspiracy or a series of mistakes? Liverpool's ongoing frustrations with PGM or Liverpool fans have long felt that their club has been unfairly treated by referees, and this match against Everton only added to that perception. The PGMOL's controversial decisions and inconsistent application of the rules have led many to question whether there is a deeper issue at play. The feeling of being hard done by has been exacerbated by previous instances of questionable officiating, including the infamous David Coote incident earlier in the season, where some Liverpool supporters felt that the decisions were biased against their team. Liverpool manager Arne Slot was understandably frustrated by the events at Goodison Park, and his anger was not just about the drop in points, but also about the potential long-term impact of such decisions on his squad's morale. The subjective nature of the offside rule, combined with the unpunished fouls leading to the equaliser, created a perfect storm of bad decisions that ultimately cost Liverpool. Keith Hackett, a former FA referee, echoed the concerns of many when he publicly criticised Michael Oliver's performance. Hackett referred to Oliver's decisions as a huge error and suggested that he needed coaching advice from the PGMOL. This public admission from a respected figure in the football world only further fueled the belief that Liverpool had been unfairly treated in this fixture. Potential consequences for Arne Slot and the team, the controversial decisions and the subsequent loss of points were just the beginning of Liverpool's woes. Slot's position as manager could come under scrutiny due to the fallout from the game. The possibility of suspensions for key players, as well as the impending 2-match ban for Slot himself, further complicated matters. The timing of these potential suspensions could have a huge impact on Liverpool's upcoming fixtures, particularly with a crucial match against Manchester City looming large. Missing out on Slot's presence on the touchline for such a vital game would be a significant blow to Liverpool's title aspirations. Conclusion: Liverpool's fight for fairness. Ultimately, the Merseyside derby between Liverpool and Everton was a microcosm of the broader issues surrounding the PGMOL and its handling of key match decisions. The subjective interpretation of offside rules, coupled with referee mistakes in the lead-up to Tarkowski's goal, left Liverpool fans feeling aggrieved and robbed of a vital 3 points. The economic, psychological and footballing consequences of this result could reverberate throughout the rest of the season as Liverpool continues to fight for the Premier League title. The bigger question is whether the PGMOL will address these issues or whether this will simply be another chapter in a long-running saga of controversial decisions that continue to haunt Liverpool and its supporters. What's certain is that the debate over referee subjectivity and the fairness of officiating is far from over, and Liverpool will continue to push for the recognition of the injustices they've faced. Until that happens, their resolve to fight for the league title and for fair treatment will only grow stronger.